Yo, what up guys, Travic here, and today I want to talk about a really cool farming strategy that, depending on the time of the league, changes slightly, but is still really good profit if you do it right and fast. Today we are going to be talking about Beast and farming Beast. A really good friend of mine, Necrem, farms Beast all league long. It's his bread and butter. I learned how to farm Beast back in the day from my buddy Shoutout, and Beasts are an absolute game changer when it comes to farming currency. They are good from really early in the league, and they are good really late in the league. And Beasts are one of those things that as you get into it and you get good at it, becomes very, very, very addicting. But let's open a map and let's talk about what's going on. First and foremost, to run our maps, we're going to be grabbing Dunes because Dunes is a nice wide open area with an easy boss. We don't care about alking, scouring, any of that stuff. We just run our maps white. We're going to be grabbing 2 herding scarabs to add our maps with a bunch of giga beasts. We're going to be taking duplicating scarabs to dupe a bunch of beasts, and we're going to be putting some Calgarian ore on our map to just kind of have a good time with our map. We're not going to pick any map modifiers because we don't want anything at all, and we're just going to go into the map. Now, the first couple of maps, I'm just going to talk about what's going on, and then I'll show you what it's like to do the map without yapping a million miles a minute. As you go into a map, these red icons on your mini map, let's zoom in on our mini map, are your red beasts. The yellow icons are your yellow beasts. And red beasts are the ones that we really care about in this type of farm. Some people will care about yellows, but we do not care. What we do care about is we care about looking for the good beasts, and we want to make sure that we kill the good beasts and that we get them, because what happens is as you're doing the map and you kill the beast, you'll see in a second, they don't immediately die. You wait for Einhart to capture them. Einhart will capture them. They'll go to your menagerie, and then you'll have them in your possession to do whatever Einhart does with his beast. Now, as you start to do beasts more and more, you'll start to notice what are good beasts and what are bad beasts, and that list of beasts will change throughout the league. The easiest way to explain what you're doing and what to look for is to just capture a whole bunch of beasts, start pricing them out as you go, and see if they're good beasts. If they're good beasts, you write them down and keep note of them. If they're bad beasts, you move on. How do you know inside of a map what beast is good and what beast is bad? Well, as you start progressing through the map and you start noticing what's good and what's bad, you'll kind of get a hang of what to grab. Like these monkeys here, we don't care about those monkeys. They don't do us any good. That bird earlier might have been a vivid vulture. I don't remember. I wasn't really paying attention. I was yapping. And these little puppies here, we don't care too much about. So that's pretty much all that you're going to do. You're going to come in your map. You're going to take a look at the beasts that are in the map. You're going to kill your map boss, and then you're going to leave and go next. And these maps, that map took me about 1:30 with yapping. The faster you get at identifying the beast, the better your build gets, the more snappy your build is, the faster you'll be able to go through the map and start looking, oh my God, servers, please. Start looking at what beasts are good, what beasts are bad, and you won't have too much of a clutter of things to, pretty much block up your area. We're just going to double check, make sure none of those are divine altars. We're going to come on over here. What is this? Not what we're looking for. That's yellow. Come over here. That's a wolf. They're not worth anything anymore. Is that a frog? Is that a frog? That's a frog. Wait, is the yellow beast? Oh, it is a frog. It is a frog. It is a frog. It is a frog. Yes, frog. That was a Kraken Camaro. Isn't it wonderful? You can't really tell what the heck's going on, but the longer you do this, the more it kind of makes sense. And like I said, it's one of those things like any farming strategy. The more you do it, the more you kind of see what's going on, the more it'll make sense. Now, with this farming strategy, you don't care about a lot of the beasts, but the beasts you do care about are very profitable and will make you a pretty penny. So you want to make sure that you double, triple, quadruple check. What the heck is that thing? Oh, that's one of those little break a party guys. We don't care about those. But you double, triple check all of your beasts. You make sure you don't leave any good ones behind. You kill your map boss and you just get to go next. Now this strategy, like I said, very straightforward. In and out of the map, 1 minute in and out. The faster you can do these maps, the better off that you are. They're scoured, they're quick, they're easy. And if you're really, really, really lucky, like in that last map, oh my God, game, please, game. You'll get sealed. I have a bunch of frogs stored up because I've been doing this for a minute now. But you'll start to get some frogs. You'll start to get some black morrigans. You'll get some of the good synthesized beasts. and you'll just overall have a really good time. Beasts are one of those like really interesting things that like not a lot of people like to do because dealing with a menagerie is a bit of a pain in the butt. But once you learn some of the tricks and you realize what you should or shouldn't be pulling out, it becomes a lot more manageable. And we'll talk about the menagerie. We'll do this map and we'll talk about it. By the way, see these right here? These are the Lost Calgurin shipments. These can become really, really, really good and really profitable, and I have them on pretty much almost every strategy I run lately, and I like it a lot, and I really encourage you guys to just keep an eye on these Lost Calgurin shipments because they get pretty juicy pretty quick. You get some really cool stuff out of these things, and there's a Starfall Crater. Whew. Now, this beast strategy, you're going to notice very quickly incorporates two very major important things. First and foremost, we are going to be incorporating beasts, and second off, we are going to be incorporating looking for ore via the Starfall Crater and Verisium ore. The reason why we have the Starfall Crater is our good friend the Black Knight here drops the Svalin Shield. And at current market rates, Svalin's about 80 divines. So when we combine and play our beast, I was going to save this for when I was talking about the Atlas tree, we will also be hunting the Svalin Shield or attempting to find the Black Knight for the opportunity of finding Svalin. And on top of that, it's really cool because you get a lot of those little ore nodes, and those little ore nodes have the opportunity of, you know, those lost shipments have the opportunity of giving you some really cool stuff. I've gotten insane tattoos out of them. I've gotten really, really cool rune graphs, they're called, and you just get a lot of really extra fun stuff that spice up your beast farm a whole lot. Now, I've killed this guy. This is the 22nd time I will have been killing the Black Knight. 21st and 22nd, I have yet to drop the Svalin Shield. I don't expect it to drop now, but, you know, fingers crossed while recording, maybe this is the one. And then you get a whole bunch of Reese more. He never drops this shield, man. I'm never gonna get one. My buddy Necrem's gotten 5 shields already doing this exact same strategy, but he's also, keep in mind, run thousands of maps, so you know it's a little bit different. And then we come on over here, we open up all these smaller ones that we didn't get the opportunity to open because we're getting jumped by a bunch of beasts still. Black Knight, one of these days, guy. One of these days, you're gonna drop me that shield. Okay. Go around the map. Now, that Black Knight encounter did make our map take a little bit longer. That's okay. You know, the opportunity to look at 60 divs is 100% worth it in my book. Some people might not think it's worth it, but I definitely think it's worth it. Now, we're gonna come on over here. We're gonna kill this guy. And then let's talk about the tree. Now, like I had mentioned, first and foremost, we're going to be using 2 herding beast scarabs. These add a bunch of red beasts. We are indeed hunting red beasts. That is the whole point of what's going on. So you want 2 of these. We do want to copy all of our beasts. Very, very, very important. And we are using 2 Calgurin ore nodes because more ore on our map, more chances of the looks of the Starfall Crater. Our Atlas tree is very straightforward. You're going to be taking every single node, or almost every single node that says beast. You're going to notice right away that we have pretty much all the beast nodes. The nodes that we don't have is this one. We don't want the beast to break free. They're too much of a pain in the butt. We don't care. And we don't have these 2 nodes down here. We're not currently looking for vivid vultures, so we're not taking from the sands. We're hunting for Morgans still because Morgans are about a divine while we're at the time of recording. A little bit more than a divine, so we're using of the wilds, and we're looking for the deep so that we can hunt the frogs as they are Krakic chimerals. Eventually what we'll do is we'll remove the wilds and take the sands, and at some point, if the spiders become more expensive, we will take from the caverns. We're also taking natural selection so that we find less common varieties, but otherwise we take every single beast node on our tree. You're going to note something important. This node here, 2-hearted hunt, says red beasts capturing your map have a 50% chance to gain a modifier that provides a chance to not be consumed with sacrifice at the blood altar. They can have 10, 20, 30, 40% chance to not be consumed at the blood altar. Keep in mind though, these beasts that do roll this mod are a little bit harder and it will make things a little bit more difficult. They might slow down your map, but I've seen people pay an absurd amount extra for 40% chance to not be consumed beast. Outside of that, I'm personally blocking a bunch of mechanics I don't want to see. I'm taking some scarab nodes where I can, and I'm taking the Calgurin ore nodes to give me more looks at ore deposits on my map. And I'm taking this node up here to give me more Verisium ore because the Verisium ore is really good. And the Verisium ore is what we suspect is replaced with the Black Knight. Outside of that, I'm taking the node here to pop over here to get blue altars. I love taking blue altars. Blue altars are my favorite. Not everybody likes blue altars, but I really like blue altars. This gives you more altars. This gives you more progress towards altars or a chance, a pack size in case we hit that juicy divine altar. and that's really it. Because we're running our maps white, we don't need map effect modifiers, and I am taking the nodes up here for memory influence. Necrem recommended taking the Shaper and Elder maps, which was a really good idea, so we took these nodes up here. And that's really straightforward in it. Earlier in the league, Necrem and I had a conversation about Kirak missions, and when I was doing this earlier in the league, I was playing Cast and Stun, killing the map boss, took a little bit of time, so I didn't do this, but now that I'm on a faster build, I am taking these nodes to give me additional Kirak missions. Kirak missions we're going to save for a later day, have the ability to have the old breach or the old memory maps inside your Kirak missions. So something really good is to store up a lot of Kirak missions, and there's not really a whole lot of other places to put the points unless you want to put them in Scarabs. But overall, the strat in itself is very straightforward and very easy. Now let's go to the Menagerie and talk about the Menagerie and what's going on, so you guys have an idea of what to expect when you get into the Menagerie. First and foremost, the Menagerie here is where we're at right now. And this is the blood altar where we do all of our beast crafting. You can hide unusable, so you can hide the crap that we don't have, and you can see all the different crafting options. Your beast, if I press the H key and go to bestiary and then captured beasts, are the list of captured beasts that you have. Your beasts have two very specific pictures. They have a fully colored, drawn in picture that looks like it was drawn by an artist. And then you have the scribble of a beast that looks like it was drawn by your toddler. These scribbles of beasts are your yellow beast. Yellow beasts do indeed sell. You can sell them on the trade site in bulk. They're about 60 or so to a div. It's a pain in the ass to pull out yellow beast. The time it takes to pull out the yellow beast for me isn't worth it. A lot of people like to pull out yellow beast. You can also sell them on TFT, Wealthy Exile, and stuff like that. You really should make a decision for yourself on if you want to be bottling up yellow beast. The red beast, we just bottle up and take a look at what's good and what's bad. Now I mentioned bottling up, so we're going to click on our stash. We're going to grab some Chaos Orbs. I know we have a little bit more than 20. We're going to come on over to Einhart. We're going to buy 20 of his Bestiary Orbs to get started. Well, I guess we bought a little bit more than 20. This is fine. And then we're going to open up my Menagerie. The easiest way to do this is to pull out a red beast that you've never seen before. So like Kraken Camaros, I know are worth something. Price check them out. See, they're about 35C each. I do know Kraken Camaros go up in price. And you're just going to pull out your Kraken Camaros. You can indeed Regex this. I don't have the Regex handy. I definitely did misplace it. I will reach out to some of my friends if they have a Regex handy, and I will include it in the comments down below. Or if you have a good beast Regex that you would like to share with the class, please feel free to post it down below. The reason why I'm throwing my beast on the floor is it's too much wrist strain to go like this. I'd rather just go like this really quick, throw them on the floor really quick, pick them up, and put them to the side. Kraken Camaros are really interesting. They go up and spike a lot during the course of a league, and a lot of crafters start using Kraken Camaros. So if you need the 30-40C, sell it absolutely. I like storing them and holding on to them because I do know they go up in price a lot. Now, other red beasts, like I had mentioned, I know this one's worthless. You just click on the little X and hit enter, and boom, it's gone. A fast way to do this is to come over here, hold your control, and then start clicking and deleting all of your beasts. I know some of you guys have access to things like X-Mouse where you just like, you know, not advocating to do it, but you guys can rebind your mouse wheel, and then you could start scrolling your mouse wheel and start deleting all of these beasts very quickly. Now, some of these beasts are really cool, like this one right here. If you don't know what it does, the Primal Rex Matriarch, you can come over to this over here, type Primal Rex, and you can see this synthesizes a unique map. That's really cool. Those Primal Rex ones, I love to run these. I think they're very good. They add a little bit of profit to what we're doing. They take no time at all, and you get to easily kill these maps, and you get yourself a nice little synthesis map. And you just, you know, do it here. So it's really, you know, it's really nice. Now the rest of your beasts, we'll start deleting them. We won't keep any of them. You know, you'll learn what's good and what's bad. I have an idea of what I like. I like Kraken Camaros. I like Black Morrigans. I like Vivid Vultures. I like these Primal Rex guys that we killed earlier. I like the Spider Boss. I like Feral. He's really good. I like any of the Wild Bristol Matrons, Wild Bramblebacks. Anything that has a purple back or something like that is pretty good. This right here, the Fenimal Hybrid. I'm going to do this. This is Fenimus's Lair. This is the ease. This one's super simple too. This gives you the aspect of the Spidercraft. I like running these a lot. These give you the portal to go to Fenimus. Venomous can drop really good mercenary loot. I like running Venomous. Same thing with like Feral. I like running Feral a lot. Feral can give you like pretty good profit. And these fights take no time at all. They're very simple and very straightforward. You just kill the spider. Feral's the one that takes the longest. Feral definitely takes a few minutes. He's more of a pain in the butt. We kill this. We get the body armor. Looks good. Double check the body armor. Easy 1.5 divines. Double check. Easy 1.4 divines. Love me. Dude, I love me some beast, bro. Oh my God, dude. Love me some beast, homie. Holy, dude. And then we just go back to doing what we're doing. We have another spider boss. The 10% kicked in, didn't get deleted. We have these are really good too. I like pulling these out. These ones are very, very, very good too. These are Phenomenal Plague Arachnids. These are about 15C each. They're very good to pull out. And then you just take a look at all of the other beasts that you have and kind of see what's going on and what's good and what's bad. Now, Necrem has, Necrem's gotten this down to like running maps in 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Eventually you get to the point where you're going to learn what these beasts look like, and it'll be really simple and straightforward, and you won't have any problems at all, especially since like the picture of the beast kind of looks like what it's like in game. Like this spider is a big spider with 3 white dots on its ass. You can't miss it. You can't miss it at all. And Venomous is a scorpion with a big ass black tail. Wild Bristle Matron, big bear with things coming out its back. And Frog was the thing we saw earlier that was a frog. And Starfall Crater, hole in the ground. Can't miss it. But if you have any tips and you want to share them with anybody, please leave them down below. If you like videos like this, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and do all that fun stuff. It really helps the channel out a lot. But for now, friends, I'm going to give this video out to you guys. I'm going to go kill some more beasts and make me some more currency, and I'll see you all in the next one.